It's Mike Brennan, and we're back with MITech TV. And Matt Roush is out today. He's that darn employer LTU always seems to get in the way of this getting him on the show. I don't know what's up with that, just because they pay him, right? But anyway, so he'll be back next week. So I'm flying solo here, but I have lots of longtime friends on the show, starting off with Gina Adams, who I actually met through LTU. She was in the Centrepolis Accelerator with her company, Wareologie. Did I pronounce that right?
Wareologie.
Wareologie. I always mispronounce that. Thank you. And so she's actually was just back at LTU last week. She did a pivot, and I'll let her tell you about that. But she was presenting that to some folks last week. It caught my attention so that we'd have Gina back on the show again. So welcome, Gina.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back and meet all of your great listeners and share our pivot, our 2020 pivot. It sounds like a dance, but it's not. It's a serious entrepreneurial move that was based on looking at how COVID disproportionately impact people with disabilities.
Okay, let's go a deeper dive into that. What specifically did you show off at LTU's Accelerator last week?
We've developed portable parallel bars to help clinicians improve access to recovery for patients who are either in isolation or perhaps attached to monitoring devices and simply can't make it to a rehab gym. Now there's a portable device that's the size of similar to a foldable massage table that they can bring right directly to the patient bedside so that they can have access to really vital physical therapy so they can start standing, balancing, and moving faster.
And what prompted you to go in that direction? Tell me a little bit about this pivot.
So last year, our team was researching Wareologie. We develop hardware, hence the name, to empower people with physical challenges to lead life to the fullest. And so our team participated in Challenge America. They had hosted an event called COVID-19 Maker Challenge, and there was a call to action by a skilled senior living facility that have patients that are suffering from isolation and being bedridden.
Okay, and so describe this. I know you said it sort of breaks down like a massage table, but how does it work for the folks with disabilities?
So really, it's a recovery tool, right? It's a FDA Class 1 medical device that we're registering right now, and the device, like a stationary set of parallel bars, which is a vital rehab tool so that people can stand up and balance safely. But right now they have to be transported to the rehab gym or drive to a clinic. And we were inspired to design this. And then fortunately, one of the judges at the COVID-19 Maker Challenge was Allison Armheim, who is the director of the Veterans Health Administration Innovators Network. And so they invited us to participate in their cohort, and we were selected as one of 13 out of 96 applicants to participate. And this is a really incredible new initiative that is partnering with outside vendors. And so Wareologie has been selected, and we secured a contract with the VA to develop these custom portable parallel bars. And within, I would say, 9 months, we went from a napkin sketch to an actual physical prototype that we delivered to Richmond, Virginia, where their clinicians went through a rigorous process of evaluating the inputs and giving us feedback of how and why this would be so applicable in different acute care settings, in-home, or even neurology settings. So while we designed it initially as a call to senior skilled nursing, we realized quite quickly when we started looking at the market that there's over 90 million physical therapy appointments are missed each year. And so with the support and collaboration of the VA, we were able to develop a physical functioning prototype, and we are about ready to introduce the second one. And that's what leads us to your question, which on Friday, we are now sharing and demonstrating this second prototype.
So this is coming up this Friday. Did I get that wrong?
No, it was last Friday.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yep, but that's okay, because Wareologie, we are available for virtual in-services, or we're happy, of course, if you're in the Michigan region, to present them directly to you, because it's people like to see it, right? It was a real design challenge, finding the right materials, and so that it was lightweight. I mean, it's mobile, right? Mobile rehab. It's an amazing opportunity for inpatient people who are treating patients in their homes. The device, as I mentioned, I like to compare it to a portable massage table because people are familiar with that, right? So it's big, but it's under 50 pounds, and it sets up in minutes. It's easy to clean and disinfect. And the great thing is that, it fits in the trunk of the car. So,
is it designed to work with a caregiver, or is it something that a disabled person could use on their own, or both?
We really are targeting clinicians who are treating patients. This
Okay.
also can be used as a transitory device. So if somebody is coming home from the hospital as a DME, they could rent this possibly and have their physical therapy on their phone so that they could be doing their exercises safely. Right now, the only options out there are walkers on wheels, which are unstable, stationary parallel bars, which aren't readily available, or electronic type Hoyer lifts that are pretty expensive. Those are heavy capital expenses. So.
All right. And I realize it's still kind of in the alpha stage, but do you have any price points established yet?
Yeah, our benchmark, we just completed a public survey, and we had over 200 clinicians participate. So we're really impressed with that output. And the clinicians were targeting about between $2,500 to $3,500.
Oh, that seems reasonable. And what do they say? Do they think that was a good number?
That's the number they came up with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So perfect, huh?
Yeah.
All right. The other thing now, when I first was introduced, gosh, we were way back in the studio in Royal Oak. I can't remember what year that would have been, probably 2019. And
launched.
Yeah, when you came to my attention, you were doing buttons to buttons. And that's still something you're doing?
Yeah. So if you recall, my stepfather had Parkinson's, and my background is in the apparel industry, product development. And so we were looking at ways that he could continue independent living and taking care of just activities that we all pretty much take for granted, like buttoning. And there was nothing out there. And so we invented, and we did receive our patent this year. So we're very excited about that, for buttons to buttons magnetic adapters. They're sold in sets of 9, and they clip to your buttons, kind of like Tupperware. So one part attaches to your button and the other part through the buttonhole. We have improved the holding force and just rolled out this year our new and improved buttons to buttons that are now sold globally.
Really? All right. And so you continue on with that product along with, and what are you calling the parallel bar product? What is that called?
They're called portable parallel bars.
Makes sense.
We're just trying to keep it easy so people know what they're getting.
Yes, indeed. So right now, I'm amazed that you've done so well. I know that you're like me; you're pretty short-staffed, right? So, but good to know. And so, one of the things you were mentioning is that you were looking for investors right now, or at least some angel investment money, or wherever you can find it. And that money, how much are you looking for, and how would that be used?
We are looking for partners right now. We're raising about 1.2 million for our portable parallel bar development so that we can fulfill our first purchase order that is with the VA. And we suspect that there'll be plenty more. This has been an incredible opportunity working with the Innovators Network to really promote our product and again, validate it, right? So with over 2,000 VA sites, we suspect that this is going to be a pretty hot number, as well as the entire physio market is 21 billion last year. And so
Wow.
we are looking for investors so that we have the right team, the right inventory, and the marketing needs.
All right. And so, how big is the team now? I know obviously you, and how many other folks you have involved in the project?
There's 4 of us on our team right now. I have a logistics and chief operations officer, and then I've hired both an occupational therapist and a physical therapist to help us with the education and outreach and sales. And we're just onboarding another salesperson this week. And then beyond that, I have another 25 advisors that we work with that have been it's been amazing through the Centrepolis Accelerator, as well as through SCORE and the state of Michigan, their export department, because the exporting has been kind of a whole new beast, right? And so we're going through that phase. But the portable parallel bars we're launching here in 2022, and then we'll get our CE mark and start registering for the DME next year as well, so that we can again get into the homes a little bit more easily and as a recovery tool for people. We know the hospitals are full beds. You know, on a personal note, my dad was unable to get admitted last week because there are no beds, and so we know that recovering at home is so important, and we're happy to be supporting this industry.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk again. I know you mentioned the market is huge. You said 21 billion for
Yeah,
potentially the market.
the physiotherapy market. Yeah.
And so, what part of that do you think you can carve out? Is there like a, I mean, is there any, everybody always says there isn't, but is there any competitors out there that you would point to that how they're doing it, or are you breaking new ground here?
Well, we are breaking new grounds through our wholesale distribution partners. I have 10 partners right now so that we can quickly penetrate and get the product into the hands of the different VAs. The I you have to ask your question, your second part of your question then. Sorry.
Well, just if you have any competitors out there, I was trying to gauge, if you're breaking new ground, you said any competitors you've identified?
The competitors are, they have stationary parallel bars,
Ah,
but no, I mean, they're not. Ours fold up. The bars fold into a carrying case on wheels so that they can be easily transported from room to room. It sets up in under 2 minutes. It's easy to disinfect. It's a really simple, sleek design. And no, there are no competitors as of
knock
today.
on wood. Yeah. So, all right, great. Well, we're coming down to the last minute, and this is where I let you provide your contact information. If folks out there watching want to get more information about all these various things you're doing, how do they do that?
Yeah, you can contact me, Gina Adams, at Wareologie. My email, of course, is gadams@wareologie.com, and that's WAREOLOGIE.com.
Yeah, misspelled that in the promo, so sorry about that.
I hope you get that right.
Yeah, we'll fix that. So,
I appreciate it. Yeah, or just give me a call at 248-478-0945.